As we do every Monday, spend a little time with the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Mindy is in the studios today. Hi, Mindy. How are you?
I'm sore but great.
Sore but great.
Working getting the garden cleared out, starting to find the flowers. My clematis was caught in old stuff, so I worked too hard this weekend. I had to come to work so I could work less.
Yeah, that's how it's that way a lot of weekends. It's like, well, I don't want to go to work. It'll be nice to get the break.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really enjoy vacation, but it's going to be nice to get home.
Yes, and I love all my flowers, and I love my garden, and I love all of that, but this time of the year is really hard because it's a lot of physical work and a lot of heavy lifting. And
let me ask a question. I know we've talked about this in the past. You're up in the Watchier area. When's the flea market season start up there?
May. The first weekend in May is the first one. They changed
weekend.
the date. It used to be, it was always the first weekend in April, but it's the first weekend in May. Yeah. And then I believe it's August and October.
Oh, so there's 3 of them a year?
3 every year.
So I won't be able to make the May one. I've got a full weekend that weekend, but...
October's the best one because they don't want to haul their stuff home and store it all winter. So there's always great deals in October.
Well, send me a Google Calendar invite.
I will send you flea market invites.
Flea market invites, and you work at the flea market on occasion, don't you?
Sometimes get roped into it for fire department because my son will sometimes rope me in. But usually, all the firemen are officially the grillers, so they're because they like fire, so they cook the meats.
It's been, I don't know, it's probably been nigh on 12, 15 years since I've been there to the flea market. And I do remember getting a loose meat sandwich there one time in the cook shack, which was...
Oh, my goodness. Well, first of all, the flea market has been sold since you were there last time. A new family owns it, and they fill the entire fairgrounds now. Like, it used to be fairly decent, but it's huge, and people come from all over to see it. I mean, all over. They have hundreds of vendors. It's a lot different than it used to be.
And do they still have figure 8 races?
Yes, we have 4 a year, I believe, right now.
4 of those?
Yeah.
And do they still have harness racing?
Yes, like 6 or 7 times a year.
Oh, good gravy. Watchier's got it happening, man.
Oh my gosh! Well, we had a Johnny Cash tribute band at the Opera House over the weekend. It was fairly fabulous, from what I've heard.
I've actually seen that. I've actually seen that guy perform, and it's really, really good. In fact, I believe he was here at the Sondheim a number of years ago. So, anyway, yeah, Sleepy Little Town. I've been through 3 or 4 times in the last 6 weeks. Through your burg, and I thought, well, but I thought it was every month. It's only
3 times a year. May, August, and October.
Okay. All right.
You should have stopped. You could have had a beverage with me.
It was it was actually weekdays when you were probably working, and I had some excuse to get out of the office.
I need an excuse to get out of the office.
I was on my way to Vinton, is what I was doing, back and forth to Vinton a couple of times over a few days. So
I see you've been in a couple of pretty cool concerts as of late.
Yeah, and Thursday night was a killer up at Cedar Rapids, and
that looked like a great show.
I think we'll be at the same show on May 4th.
That's right, we will be.
Which is pretty exciting. The day before that, I'm going to a festival in Indianola called the Revival. I think it's called the Revival Festival.
Oh, that one looks good too.
Turnpike Troubadours and...
I don't think I can do 2 days in a row.
Muscadine Bloodline.
that chamber chock that Monday after the Sunday night concert. We're going to be really both doing great.
Well, I took last Friday off because it was my birthday was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, this coming Thursday, and we get Alpha is very nice about letting us have a day off during our birthday month. So I took last Friday off so I could recoup from the from the
fun at a concert.
The fun at the concert on Thursday night. Which I will say this, and I probably shouldn't say it. I rarely get, I guess, what could be classified as a hangover. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I did have a headache on Friday.
It's loud music. I think it's loud music and alcohol together, because I don't get hangovers either. But if I've been drinking at a concert, I think it's because the sound makes your head hurt, and then you've drank too much because you're dancing and having fun and hooting and hollering.
I'm used to the loud music. I think it was the Jack and Cokes
that'll get
gave me the headache.
Enough $20 Jack and Cokes.
Enough rambling. I do want to remind you that the reason we have Chamber Talk on Monday morning is to actually talk about the Chamber and things going on. You can learn about all that by signing up for the Chamber Chatter email that comes into your email box every Monday morning in the 8 o'clock hour. It gives you an overview of what's happening at the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce and throughout our community. At any time, 24/7, you can log on to Fairfield fairfieldiowa.com as well. Check out the calendar events, the business listings, and everything else. I will say this. I have not opened up my email chamber chatter this morning, so I really don't.
You're going to be excited. It's got a makeover.
Well, I don't. I just haven't got to it, so I don't really even have an overview of what you have to talk about today.
Well, we're going to look back first because we did bike safety at Pence Elementary on Thursday and Friday, and it was such a great time. There are 68 kids in that after-school program over different days, and we saw almost every single one of them. And so we gave out, I believe when I counted this morning, we gave out 58 helmets this year, which is the most we've ever given out. And also, I was very interested to see that this is the first year we had a lot of kids who didn't know how to ride a bike.
Oh, really?
So we were doing some test runs of getting kids ready to ride a bike. It was a really good time.
Any skinned up elbows or knees?
No, we hold the bike because we don't want anybody to fall. We only had one little guy, and he got when he hit the brake, he was a little bit, but he didn't fall. He was just scared himself. So no, there were no skinned up knees or anything of that sort. And everybody got popsicles, so then that's great.
Well, to help talk about it is Tommy Brown here at the radio station, but not only is he was over at the bike safety thing, he was there because he's an ambassador. He
is. My chamber ambassadors really stepped up. And another amazing thing is we got to give out 6 bikes this year. We traditionally had 2, and then last year, Aaron Lifestyle Technologies started bringing us 2 bikes, and the other 2 were from Traffics Devices. And Angie Orn Johnson, whose husband is the president of Aaron, came Thursday to help with bike safety because Aaron sends us 4 to 6 volunteers each day. And she just was so overwhelmed with the amount of kids whose bikes were broken or didn't work or didn't have brakes that she went home and told her husband, we have to go buy 2 more bikes. And so they personally donated 2 bikes. So we had 6 bikes to give away. And Tommy's daughter won a bike.
She did.
She gave me a 20-minute dissertation on all the things wrong with her bike. And so it was so wonderful for her to win a bike. And her picture of when she went up and shook Mike Parker's hand will be my promotional picture forever because she's truly like overwhelmed and happy. It is just the most gorgeous photo. So what did she think?
Well, leave it to Sloan to channel her dad, long-winded and good with adjectives. But no, she the like you described, the look on her face when her name was called when it was like the Miss America pageant.
Yes.
Her hand went to her face and her eyes were saucers, and she just like wanted to thank the Academy and the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
It was pretty precious, but we did incidentally, she got a certificate.
Yep.
For one from Traffics Devices, and we went down on Saturday to the ride and visited Mr. Mark Smith, who was very accommodating, our good buddy, and he took care of Sloan's needs, and we went home with a bike, and she rode it all weekend.
Oh, how wonderful. That's awesome. I got a message from one of the other little girls' parents, and they wanted to have contact information to send a thank you card.
That is something also that Sloan was working on over the weekend.
Very
was
nice.
A thank you note to the Chamber, to Traffics Devices, and to Mr. Mark Smith.
Yes. Oh, man, Mark was so great with those kids. The kids that brought their bikes, he aired their tires up and checked their chain and made sure their seat was the right level and checked everybody's helmets. He's so fun.
He's a character.
Well, and we have to thank Jefferson County Health Center. They stepped up to be our presenting sponsor this year, so they really made that program happen. And then on Friday, Aaron Lifestyle Technology announced that they are giving us some money to make sure that the kids who ride their helmet and get caught by the police riding with the helmet will get ice cream certificates all summer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Aaron Lifestyle Technologies has really been stepping up, and they really want to make our community great, and anything related to children they want to step up with. They're the ones who initially were our book sponsors. That first Christmas, the second Christmas that I was here, they were the ones that bought the books for the houses all summer. Last year they bought the houses books, and they bought a ton of books, and then we had to get a second sponsor because we had so many children come through that Santa house. So the kids got helmets. They did the scrambled egg brain experiment. Mm-hmm. What did you teach?
Well, we did the bike safety. Liz Forrest and I did the bike safety on the Thursday session up in the music room, and it was fun watching the kids try and figure out on the worksheet all of the different things that were hazards, and there were some pretty clever kids in those groups. And then on Friday, I was at the obstacle course with the windy path, and a lot of the kids, it was just like, okay, you go ahead, keep it between the lines, don't crash, get to the end. Some of the kids, like you mentioned, that don't know how to ride bikes, we kind of would walk through with them, and some of them were nervous, but mostly, I say, hey, I'm going to hold on to your handlebars, and I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder if that's okay. And they would be like, yeah, and you just kind of make them comfortable and relaxed and say, look, you're doing all the work. I'm just helping you with the balance. And, they'd get to the end and there'd be just a little smile creep across their face, and they can't wait to do it again. Absolutely. I had so much fun.
This is one of those that you leave definitely feeling like you're making a difference in the world.
Absolutely. I'll do it again every year.
Well, good. We'll put him down. Steve, have you ever seen a kid who can't ride a bike get pushed through? I can tell you that Tommy did such a great job with those kiddos, because he's just a natural, because he's got 1,000 kids.
Yeah.
And because
it's like the Walton family over his house.
Exactly.
Well, I coach a lot of those kids too.
Exactly. So. They all knew him. You're Coach Tommy. So it was so great to see all those kiddos just get to make a difference, and it's great. It was wonderful.
So much joy. Absolutely.
So this weekend's a big weekend. Sierra Club has a ton of things happening at the Arts and Convention Center, and then over at the Maker Space, over at the Collective. I lost the words, my goodness. And then I believe the Renaissance Festival is in town this weekend. Our final legislative forum is this weekend also. Right? Yes, this weekend. And so that's doors open at 7. We're done at 7:30 or 9:30. I don't believe that Senator Adrian Dickey will be able to make it this time. He says he has some work commitments that he's trying to move, so we'll see if he's able to make it. But Helena Hayes and Jeff Shipley will both be there to give us a legislative update. Sounds like they're going a little long this season. This session, so we'll see what they're still working on. And then it's the awards banquet.
And the awards banquet is a week from Thursday.
No pressure.
I'm taking my birthday month day off on that Friday.
That's fine.
That's good, because it's a long night. It's a really great night, though. I'm so excited. We've, all of the stuff is to the printer, so they're working on the programs. The awards are being printed. We're finalizing those last few names. If I don't have your names for your tables, please get them to me very soon. The other thing we've seen is, we rolled out that new backend database growth zone here recently this year, and we need people to log in to make sure we have the correct contact information, if nothing else, and a good logo. One of the things is businesses update logos from time to time, and if we don't have the updated logo and then we put it on something and it's not the updated logo, people can get very upset about that. But if I don't know you changed your logo and you didn't put it in my growth zone, I can't know that happened.
The theme, by the way, next week is denim and diamonds.
I know. I'm testing out my shoes today. I got to get them broken in today. I bought new shoes.
Let's see.
Mrs. Brower ordered her dress.
Oh, there you go.
Mrs. Brower ordered her dress.
Okay.
I took my dress in this weekend again, so I gotta stop losing weight for a couple weeks.
I
probably should eat once in a while, but it's fine.
By the way, the awards banquet starts at 5 o'clock. They have the dinner served at 6:30. There's a social hour before that to do a little kibitzing with people. And at 7:30, the award ceremony goes on. It's always a great time. And again, if you have questions, you can contact the chamber at chamber@fairfieldiowa.com. Yeah, it's a busy week. Great to have you in the studio.
Yes, thanks for having me, Fred.
Right. It is our Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning here on 1570 KMCD. 59 degrees in downtown Fairfield. A beautiful day today. Get out and enjoy it. Market's coming up next with the Brownfield Radio Network.